Hello and welcome to Let's Play Nancy Drew, the Silent Spy. My name is JB Lewis and I am very excited to be playing through this 29th game in the Nancy Drew series, completely blind actually. This game just got released today, and as such I really don't know much about it other than what's been revealed in the trailer that ended the last game, Ghost of Thornton Hall, and what's been released via Her Interactive in their publicity materials. So I really don't know what I'm going to be doing here, or what's going to transpire during this adventure. And I'm inviting you to come join me in all the twists and turns and all the craziness. Well, a few things before we get started. First of all, as a blind Let's Play, since I don't really know what I'm going to be doing, I ask you to bear with me as I'm probably going to look like a complete idiot and not really know what's going on and not be able to figure out puzzles and whatnot. And I'm also going to try to make sure that you guys don't have to suffer through tons and tons of hours of aimless wandering around like I did in my Deadly Device Let's Play. I'm going to keep the videos to about 15 to 20 minutes apiece, and I'm going to find some natural stopping points whenever I can to end the videos whenever I can find them. I don't really know what they are naturally, so I'm just going to have to find them as I go on the fly. And if I ever get stuck on something for a really long time, I'm going to attempt to just stop the video whenever I can, and just come back whenever I figured it out without going any further. Also, please note, for those of you who are subscribed to my channel, that I am not going to be stopping my Let's Plays of Back to the Future and Knights of the Old Republic to make room for this one. I'm still going to be uploading those daily videos, alternating those Let's Plays, each and every day. I am, however, going to try to get as many videos of this game up as I can, as quickly as I can, for those who are looking for videos of this game since it just got released. Please note that I'm going to be playing on Master Sleuth mode instead of Amateur Sleuth mode, and as you can see here, there are significant differences in how this affects the gameplay. Amateur Sleuth mode has a hint system, which I don't want to be tempted to use, which is the #1 reason why I'm playing on this. It does, however, have a more detailed task list, which is going to be a bigger challenge because I can kind of lose track of some stuff. However, I'm going to be keeping some pretty detailed notes, and I'm going to try to make sure I use the game's note system pretty extensively throughout my Let's Play. The puzzle difficulty is not too much of an issue for me. For the most part, they are the same puzzles. There's just a little bit more of an extra amount of difficulty in the Master Sleuth puzzles. Well, with that in mind, I'm going to go ahead and get started, so without further ado, I present to you Nancy Drew, the Silent Spy. It looks like we're in Nancy's room. There's no voiceover happening right now, so I guess we're free to look around. This letter here comes from the security service of MI5, apparently, which is in England, I believe. And Cathedral, I guess, is some sort of division or perhaps an agency within it. Nancy Drew, our agency has been monitoring your progress for some time now, and we are quite impressed with your accomplishments. I'll get to the point. Certain events have forced our organization to reopen a case that has gone unsolved for the last 8 years. Although impressive, your fieldwork experience is only part of the reason we're requesting your help. Simply put, Miss Drew, we're asking for your help not because of what you can do, but because of who you are. 8 years ago, Kate Drew died in a single automobile crash in the outskirts of Glasgow. This official version of your mother's death is, as you may have suspected, not the entire story. Her death was not an accident. We have strong evidence that Kate was killed by the very group she was investigating. We need your help. We've included a plane ticket and have a room ready for you at Glaucus Lodge. You will be briefed upon arrival. There is no time to spare. The future of Glasgow may rest in your hands. Office of International Affairs, MI5. Interesting. So it appears that this case that we've been called in to work on has to do with our mother. Now, for those of you who are not aware, Kate Drew is indeed a character that has been mentioned in Nancy Drew lore in the Nancy Drew books, but I believe in some series of some of the book series, she died when Nancy was 3, Whereas here, it seems to indicate that she died 8 years ago, which, if Nancy is about 18 or so, would have been about when she was 10. Interesting. I wonder what they mean by the future of Glasgow may rest in your hands. Looks like we got ourselves our identification. And I think that's a picture of Kate, our mother. And this is a pass card to the Glaucus Lodge, which apparently uses the Kromeister security system as part of their security, which is cool. For those of you who don't know, Kromeister is basically the Acme Corporation of the Nancy Drew games.
Mom?
Indeed. Looks like we're seeing a flashback of some sort. I wonder how long ago this was. Uh-oh. She seems to be rather stealthy.
Drew residence, Kate speaking. You know this line isn't secure. Moira, stop. I'll call you.
That's rather suspicious. Moira, huh? Interesting. Alright, what about this pass card thing here?
This is where Mom was in the picture. Okay, now what?
Whoa.
Hey, my suitcase!
Uh-oh.
I'm on it. That guy's a thief! I really thought I was going to get that guy. Sorry.
Thanks for trying.
Aw.
I'm Alec.
Nancy, that's a nice offer, but why would you want to do that? It doesn't look like you work here.
I'm in the business of finding people who don't want to be found.
Well, I won't turn down help. So you're a private eye?
I'm more of a skip tracer. When someone goes off the grid, I get a call and track them down. They skip, I trace.
Interesting.
I had some very important things that belonged to my mom in that suitcase. I really need them back.
Go check into your hotel, I will find your suitcase.
Wonder if this guy's with MI5. Let's see, it looks like we can't look around here. For those of you who don't know how the Nancy Drew games work, they pretty much work like most adventure games, in which you've got an inventory here at the bottom part of the screen. On this tab, you have a task list, which, as I mentioned earlier, is going to be rather limited since we're playing on Master Sleuth. The journal is divided into two parts, one of which you can record observations, of which we have none yet, and our suspects, none of whom we've met yet. We've also got a phone with which we can call people. And because I ordered the bonus edition of this game, I actually got phone games on here from the other Nancy Drew games. And we'll play those later on. I'm not going to do that right now. We can also call folks. In this case, we can call our dad, Carson Drew, who's represented by a golf ball for some reason, and our boyfriend, Ned Nickerson. But I'm not going to do that yet. We can also get text messages. I don't know if that's a part of the bonus edition or not, but it is there. Maybe certain text messages are part of the bonus edition. Here on the settings, we can configure our phone. We can have a picture of the statue from the last Nancy Drew game, Ghosts of Thornton Hall. The parlor, which was also from the same game. Modern Arts is from the Deadly Device, as well as Lab. And that's a different picture of the lab than the one that was in the last game, in the phone. Tunnel, I'm not sure where that is from at all. And Security Booth, which is also from the Deadly Device. Well, actually, I'm going to go for Tunnel. Maybe that's from this game. Gong. I like that. That sounds awesome. That sounds cool, but I don't know if I'd want that as my ringtone. Nah. Maybe for the last game, but not this one. That's cool. I'm just going to keep it on the regular one. Okay, we'll have more time to do this later on, but I'm going to use the hotel keycard on the lock. Uh-oh. Okay, never mind what I said about playing around with the phone.
Nancy, glad you made it. I'm your cathedral contact, Ewan.
Hey, Ewan.
There's a case file in your room. Read it, memorize it. That's your playbook. It'll keep you alive. I've got a bit of housekeeping to do. Get settled. I'll call you when I'm ready.
I like that guy's voice. He sounds genuinely Scottish. That's pretty cool. It sounded like the voice actor who played Kate in the flashback was the same voice actor who plays Nancy, Lanny Minella. Nice room we've got here. Let's take a look around. Navigation is kind of a little bit tough to get used to at first, but once you start using it, it's not that bad. You can use arrows to get around from node to node within each area. And there are certain nodes within which you can rotate 60 degrees, like this one, and that's represented by the circling arrows there. Looks like we can't use any of the items on this table, so we'll leave them alone. Let's see, we got a closet here with some hangers and a safe. We don't actually have a combination for that safe yet, but we will probably figure that out pretty soon. We can't... Okay, that's just a safe. We can't look down at that, but I don't really see what that would do. Can we look at this? Yes, we can. And there's a phone charm here. Phone charms are basically decorations for your phone that you can collect throughout the game, and they are a part of the bonus edition of this game. Let's see, inside we've got some money, apparently, and it looks like money, based on this number, is going to be an integral part of this game. I'm guessing we're going to use it. Top secret, cathedral eyes only. Miss Drew, I must welcome you to Scotland. Okay, that's a terrible Scottish accent. Okay, I'm not going to even try that. I must welcome you to Scotland with very unfortunate news. You have been led here under false pretenses. You are not here as a guest at Cathedral. You were not asked here to investigate the death of your mother by MI5. You have been lied to. Kate Drew, your mother, was a Cathedral operative. 8 years ago, a small cell associated with a terrorist organization known as Revenant attempted to attack Glasgow. Kate was instrumental in stopping the attack, now known as the Colony Operation. We believe the organization your mother took offline has returned to full strength and is now planning to mount the attack once more. We believe you have been brought here by Revenant for reasons we do not yet fully understand. If this is overwhelming, do not worry. We will give you access to information as needed. We are in the process of briefing your contact on the situation. He will bring you in soon. Your first priority is to locate and make contact with a local reporter named Moira Chisholm. She was considered a person of interest in the first attempted attack on Scotland, but was never directly connected. She has since refused to cooperate with this organization. We will be keeping a close watch on you at all times, but this does not mean that you will be protected. Please note this difference. Move forward cautiously and trust no one. Anyone who approaches you should be considered a suspect. Attached you will find a basic brief to get you somewhat caught up on what you need to know. Alright, so these are basically descriptions of the various factions involved with this whole ordeal. Cathedral is an organization dedicated to the safety of Glasgow and surrounding areas. This organization acts as an intelligence outpost and reports to MI5. It is equivalent to what would be a local branch of the FBI in the US. Colony Operation. The attempted non-legal biological attack on Glasgow that was thwarted by Cathedral operatives 8 years ago. The party responsible for the attack was never confirmed, though it is believed Revenant was involved. Current intelligence points to signs that the operation may be restarting. Colony Formula. The colony attack required a very specific and difficult to produce biological element. It is believed, but not verified, that Kate Drew found a way to destroy all records of the formula and placed the individual responsible for creating it into hiding. Revenant. Very little is known about this group. Revenant is believed to be behind a number of terrorist events around the globe over the course of the last few decades. Paradoxically, the same group has been linked to as many counter-terrorist activities during the same period. The aim of this organization is not yet known. Interesting, so I've got to wonder, if this Revenant group has been linked to both terrorist and counter-terrorist activities, and I have to wonder why they believe, or this cathedral group believes them to be at the center of this colony operation. It's further interesting. And also this Moira person, who was connected with our mom, was allegedly connected to the attack, so that's rather suspicious. I wonder if that means our mom was too, considering that some people apparently believe that she placed this suspect into hiding. Also, if we were not brought here originally by Cathedral, does that mean that Revenant brought us here, or was another party involved with that? Well, we're going to have to keep an eye out. I don't know if... yeah, I guess we can take those with us. That's good. Well, cool. Let's check the rest of the room out. Can we look at that? Apparently not. Over here we get a nice view of another building. I guess we can step out onto the ledge and look down. I'm just going to guess that there's going to be some puzzle that involves these umbrellas. Maybe they're used as signals or something. I don't know. Somehow I bet those umbrellas are important in some way. They've got to be important. There's some flowers here, along with a sparkle in there. I don't know if that's significant, or maybe the flowers just sparkle. A painting that we can look at more closely. I guess that's just the flowers again. Yeah, one of the consequences of playing this through blind is that I don't know what things zoom into what, so you're going to have to bear with me on that. I'm sorry about it. We can't look at this. I guess that's all we can see here. We've picked up the case file, so I guess now it's time to head out and find out what we can learn about the cathedral and about this Revenant group, and hopefully find this Ewan person in the next video.